Right, Darren and I are going to go down this bit now, and we're going to try and do some filming to get down the trail. And we want to film everyone coming down because we've got 14 people turning out today. That's it.
We're going straight over and down the bottom.
Straight right down all the way to the bottom.
Oh, you're like a human signpost.
Cool, that's okay. I'll stick behind you then. That way, if anyone doesn't know where they're going, I can help out. No, that's absolutely fine. We're not in a race. It's pre-ride mentality, isn't it? Pre-ride mentality on a new trail, always. Follow you.
I don't really know where I'm going.
Oh, all right then. Well, you follow me. You follow me and Tom. Tom, you go first, bud.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
Then you follow up behind me.
Yeah, and then I'll follow you and get some footage for your dad. Hello, you absolute legends, and honestly thank you so much for joining me today on what I truly believe is a very special diary entry indeed. This isn't just about a group ride, and I apologise for pushing back that Quantox video for a couple of days, but I think it's important to share this message here about group rides and how much fun you can honestly have. It's also about bringing people along for their first time on a group ride, or especially for those riding with chaps they've never ridden with before, and discussing, well, what is involved in when you organise and run a group ride. Additionally, this hopefully serves as more proof that my philosophy still holds true. Group rides equals more fun, and absolutely group rides equals progression. The reason I say this is because the lovely Darren organised a ride for us around the Forest of Dean, Dowie's Woods and Shutcastle, but unfortunately no one expected it to be me leading because I knew the way. And if anyone knows me, they know that when I'm in charge, absolutely anything can happen. 14 people turned up, and I was a little bit overwhelmed at first. We had an outstanding time with smiles on absolutely everyone's faces, exploring parts of the forest that many people had never seen before. I believe the most fantastic outcome from this is that we had an exhilarating experience filled with at least one or two hilarious Jason the Muppet moments. We should have done left at the skills area.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I can't believe you got this many people here. You got me all nervous. Okay, so I'm going to take everyone down this way. We're going to skip a trail that I've just recently found that you can just see to your left here. That's a trail there, which is quite fun and cheeky, but we're not going to do that because, as I've said, there are several people who've never ridden with Church of Dirt before or done much of group riding, especially with chaps, and I'm not doing anything other than just making sure, because it's kind of my responsibility. I don't want to do anything stupid when I've promised a flowy fun day, and the drop options we can talk about later, but I think starting the day out with that fierce drop that's the end of that trail is a bit much to start the day. Something else I wanted to ask you here is, have you actually ever felt suddenly that you're in charge of a ride, even though you've been somewhere 10, 20, 30 times, and suddenly you're the one out in front not following someone and everything seems a bit weird? I spoke about this to Darren, and he actually said that during the ride on that day he'd been following my line choice and back tie all the way down the trails, which is what I'm always doing with my friends, because I'm either always very close to the back or at the back itself. And I'm absolutely fine with that, because watching somebody's line choice and their back tie helps me progress and become a better rider on the trails. I really thought it was very freakish for me to actually be the one out front leading everyone down the trails, and I wonder if that's actually happened to you. Have you ever yourselves been out on a ride where you're suddenly going to somewhere you're quite familiar with, but knowing that everybody's following you and you're out front, it makes the whole new experience a little bit bizarre, doesn't it? Right, Darren and I are going to go down this bit now, and we're going to try and do some filming to get down the trail. And we want to film everyone coming down because we've got 14 people turning out today, and they're going to give us a 40-second head start, which gives us time to swing round and hopefully get some footage of them all coming down this single track. And I know I've done a Dowie's video before, but this is different because this is like not just a couple of people, this is 14 people who've just jumped in with Darren because he said he wanted to do this. And I think also because it's at FOD, the Forest of Dean, and because it's an XC ride, I really think this is showing the power of not just FOD for its location geographically, but also the XC rides. Down at the bottom, mate. Down the bottom here, isn't it? Yeah. It's the bottom of this one we want to catch them at because they'll be coming down quite fast. Awesome. We're actually getting quite close now to trail number 1 that we're going to go down, and I thought I'd just put in here that I'm actually taking a steady pace as we're using this rather unique way to get over to Dowie's, avoiding a lot more road, asphalt, tarmac, whatever you would like to call it, and putting in more single track. And obviously I'm keeping a steady pace here, going slow and steady to make sure that everyone can see me, because the vegetation is quite overgrown, and that's something I'm going to do while I'm going down most of these trails. It's not a race, we're not here to try and do the fastest time, it's actually a group ride where everyone stays together. You're actually going to see me go ahead at the start of some of the trails and stop to direct people. Darren's going to do the same thing, and my lovely friend Tom's going to lead. But again, the most important thing about this group ride is that between myself and Darren and Tom, and I'll be thanking them more at the end of the video, we are going to make sure that everyone is taken care of. Everyone can see each other, everyone knows where they're going, and that absolutely nobody is left behind. If you go behind me, because I'm going to stop at the tree. Yeah, and then that way everyone's tight up against your backside. We're going to go right. What I'm effectively doing is I'm going to go and stop at a point where I need people to make sure they take a right. The trail actually kind of naturally on trail number 1 here could go straight on, but we want to ensure everyone follows the same route. So I've got a few seconds head start, and I know Tom's behind me. He's going to lead everybody down the right trail. I'm just going to pull up here just in a moment, and I'm going to make sure that everyone can see me so that they can follow Tom, follow the line, and then carry on enjoying this beautiful, one of my new favourite trails now, number 1 at Dowie's Woods. That's it.
We'll go straight over and down the bottom.
Straight right down all the way to the bottom.
Oh, you're like a human signpost. Woohoo!
Keep following me then.
Joe, are you the last one?
I am the last.
Cool, that's okay. I'll stick behind you then. That way, if anyone doesn't know where they're going, I can help out. No, that's absolutely fine. We're not in a race. It's pre-ride mentality, isn't it? Pre-ride mentality on a new trail. Always. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's Joe in front of me, and it was brilliant because Joe actually knows Dowie's quite well. In fact, she knows the Forest of Dean quite well, and she actually takes coaching from Katie Curd. Now, obviously, my coach is Sam Kopp from Katie Curd Coaching, and I just absolutely love what they do in helping people build the skills they need to help enjoy trails and progress as riders. And what I love about this ride is we're not going super fast, but look at us, we're all together. We're all actually having fun, we're exploring this trail, and the beauty about these sorts of rides, and I say about progression, it might not be that you're saying that you can suddenly learn any new skills, but you're getting time in the saddle, and your progression could be that you learn a new area that you never knew existed. Hopefully people have recorded this on their Komoot and Strava or Garmin devices or whatever they're using, and they'll then get to know Dowie's and come over here and explore like I've done with so many of my friends. It's absolutely fantastic. I only discovered this about a week ago. No, just this trail. I hadn't done this trail. It's nice knowing that everyone is sticking together and that everyone is keeping an eye out for each other. None of us are here for a race. We are genuinely here to have a cross-country run, and it doesn't show the fastest of footage, but what I hope it can prove is that this is what goes into a group ride, making sure everyone has fun, especially those who've not really joined a Church of Dirt group ride before, or many group rides. And as some people have said, they've not done a lot of group rides with guys, and of course that's why I promised that this one would be a sort of a fun flowy trail. Not going to try and take anybody who said that down anything stupid. We want people to hopefully, like I've done on group rides, progress, have fun, and actually say, do you know what, I enjoyed that so much, I want to come back for more. That's the point. You want to incentivize people. Hopefully that's what shows that this is Dowie's, but it's a different perspective. Riding as I did the other week, coming down this trail, it's about being together as a group. Darren's trying out a new mount, and it's a magnetic mount, which as I think you'll see here, he was riding down the trails and his GoPro had a bit of a whoopsie-daisy. It carried on recording, which was rather fantastic, and luckily Darren found it. And of course, Darren was so happy, he did say, "I'm so happy to have found you, how fabulous is that?" Or words to that effect, but as this is a very U for Universal channel, I won't include some of the colourful words he used, my friends.
Okay, so we're going to go right again, because this is a group ride. What we're going to do is basically try and keep everyone together. The other two trails have got log drops and I want to show them to you because I haven't ridden them for ages. But of course, when you're doing a group ride like this and people are riding for the first time, you want to keep everyone together. And as I said, it's just about having a group ride, having fun. I'm trying to keep a slower pace to make sure everyone can follow me. I know Darren's smashing it, but I'm trying to make sure I'm visible. I've got people behind me, keeping a sensible pace.
Now, I must apologise about the noise of my tyre actually hitting the mudguard. I figured out what it was. The bike on transit had obviously had something against the mudguard and it had gently moulded itself downwards, but that's all resolved now and I do apologise for the noise. What I wanted to bring your attention to now is the fact that coming up you're going to see that I'm out front with Darren helping me lead the trail. I do know that Tom is at the very back, so I know that we have everyone together. That's why I'm moving forward to try and lead the pack and I've got people behind me. Darren's going to stop at a halfway point right now. This is what works so beautifully about this, and I absolutely know my MTB soul friend is behind me and everyone is going to be staying together. Darren's going to stop in a moment to continue to direct everybody. I'm going to carry on down the trail and take everybody else down who wants to carry on down to the final part of the trail that you can add to any of these, from trail number 1 right now to trail number 4 that we're on now over at Dowie's Forest.
Darren's with me. Yeah, go straight across, bud. Riders. That's it, cut straight down through there. Yep. Straight down through here. And this is the extension everyone's going to do. That I just learned about recently, and it is quite cheeky. Straight down over here. Yeah, that's why we're all trying. See, that's why I'm not going fast. I'm trying to keep. I got air on that last time, but I'm not going fast enough. Trying to keep everyone together. Cheeky Bluebell. I can't remember, did I go over that one last time? No, this is the Bowly Woly Woly Bombolio. And I'll hopefully catch everyone coming out on this drop at the end.
Yeah.
You've not been down that before?
Woo!
Right, Dowie's Shutcastle part 2, and I'm hopefully going to give them directions because we're going to split left here to do this trail, which you've all seen do before. But as I showed in a previous video, I don't want anybody actually going to the left at that tree. So the whole point is, as we've been doing, you get people to mark out locations, and with them marking out locations you can stop people taking the wrong direction, because I don't want anyone going down that fierceness that you will see. I'm just coming down to the rock garden now and I can stop everyone here. That's it, perfect. Brilliant. Yeah, that's it, that's it.
Where are we going?
Over the rock garden.
Thank you, darling.
Lollipop man Jason.
And you?
It's sign postage that
Yeah. I need a lollipop. You the last one, bud, yeah? You last one, bud, yeah? Cool beans, mate. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. This is brilliant. I'm seeing people's smiles on their faces, and that's what you want to see. You want to see everyone having a good time. That's what it's all about. That's what this is all about. Group rides equaling the fun and the progression of people finding new trails that they've never ridden before, as I did when I first came here. Again, this might be boring for some people, but what I hope this video will show, if I do put this out, is that group rides are about progression and fun, and that can mean learning new trails. Doesn't mean you've got to go super fast, it's just about getting down and having lots and lots and lots of fun. Alrighty then. This next bit, you can almost see it from here. We're going to go through here to the right, and it's pretty much a straight line all the way. Then you just try and keep left, and we'll end up doing a final drop onto the fire road where we were earlier on. Whoever wants to smash it, smash it.
I'll find it somewhere. Just go, man. Just mix in there, man.
That's what he moved when he said the word smash it then.
Well, you know, they know that they know the keywords.
Yeah,
they know
like
the keywords.
Should do anyway. It's like you just needed a bit of permission.
Yep.
Was they meant to go right?
Yep.
I was listening.
They went to the
Straightforward lineup. We're going to go the correct way. They've all smashed it, and instead of saying you've got to go right here, they have gone a different way, which is absolutely cool. Hopefully they'll know where they're going. We're all having a giggle about it anyway. Again, I'm not trying to do a super fast pace, just trying to make sure everyone can keep up with me and that they can see me, to see which way the trails go. Bomb hole! Hopefully they'll all get down here with smiles on their faces, having had a bit of a giggle on this one. I think the muster of this video is Dowie's done differently on a group ride and progression. Again, I'm trying to keep my speed down to make sure everyone can see me. And these guys have already smashed it. How was that?
That was great.
Yeah? Fun?
Yeah, good fun.
Cool, cool. Right, I'm going to try and get them down to this bit where I've got to get us down to this turn where we split. Here we go. And it is this trail. Yeah, we'll just take this one. Yep, this is the middle one. Make sure everyone's following me. Happy days. Everyone should be able to see where I've gone now. And I just try and remember how this trail works. Oh, it's whirly, whirly, burly. Just give me a bear. I missed a feature. Gutted. If I've done this correctly, it should take us down to a fire road, if all goes well. But again, it is me. Oh, it has worked out the way I wanted it to. We go in, go around a tree, and we've got to bear left. I had to watch all the videos again to remind myself. It's different when you're following people all the time. When you're following people, it's easy because you just switch off. You just concentrate on the trail and what they're doing. But when you're navigating...
I have a tendency, when I'm following you, watching your back wheel, I'm not looking what's in front of me.
Some of my best rides have been actually not paying attention except to the person in front of me and concentrating on the trail. And because they're going faster, they're pulling me along as well. Into the next step, sticking together. I roughly know where I'm going, but I'm 100% sure. Yeah, that was it, the left down here. Nifty. I've got to stop at that log. Tree! Tree! The tree is just down here, I think. Rooting gnarliness.
So I'm just pausing this here because we're going to go around the tree to the right. That's what I was discussing with Darren earlier. We're not going to go over that jump. I've looked at it closely. Even the chaps that were with me that do downhill racing and are actually really, and I mean ridiculously good, they looked at it themselves and said that it's not even remotely safe to ride over it at the moment. But that's why, again, I stopped here. We went to the right. I made sure everyone was with me and we carried on down the trail.
Oh. It's so weird when you're leading, as we were just talking about. It's so easy to follow somebody else's trail, so easy to follow somebody's back tyre, but when you're the one in the lead, you're setting the pace and you've got no one to follow. Bumhole! Oh. Let's get some X-ray footage of Ian's backside. Yes. Bluebell. This is the beauty, the people that are really good. Yeah, you see what I was saying? It's actually, well, you say, I think you lie. This is the great thing. Those people who are with you who are really good can either go first and just smash it, or they'll know the area and pick their own trails. But the rest of us just try and stick together to make sure that we can all, you know, follow the same route. Lovely. Oh, it's lush.
Now Ian's out front and I'm starting to think that that might not have been a brilliant idea because he's a cheeky chap and we've just missed our turning back there, but it does get me to see a new part of Bluebell I've never seen before.
Well, I don't know that I've ever done this trail before. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that's nice. I'd never done that one before, Ian. What are you?
I don't really know where I'm going.
This is Amey, her dad's aide, and I've mentioned them both before in the channel on a previous ride that we did over to Mallard's Ponds, and she's actually here. Her dad's waiting to take some footage and he knew that Tom and I would take care of her. So Tom's going to go ahead and take the lead. I'm going to go ahead and stay behind to take some footage of her. And as you can see, she's a podium winner on the MIJ Enduro downhill. She's an absolute awesome rider and a really nice person. And yes, aide, just like you are, if the cap fits, wear it, my friend.
Oh, all right then. Well, you follow me and Tom. Tom, you go first, bud.
Okay,
Yeah.
Then you follow up behind me.
Yeah, and then I'll follow you and get some footage for your dad. Yeah, there's only a tiny little bit of pedalling in this. Should be straightforward, a couple of bomb holes, and then it'll drop down onto the fire road and across. Yeah, there we go, there's your dad. Awesome sauce. Awesome stuff. That's it. And then that's it, just gently to the left, and then catty corner down there, that's it. Yep, just follow the natural trail. It's quite off camber. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Yeah, that's actually quite slick in the winter. Yeah, with all the roots and everything. Right, watch out for that. Awesome stuff, Ams. Fist bumps. Awesome.
There you go, that's Amey, or as I call her, Ams. Absolutely brilliant rider, and I think she was about 9 or so in those podium wins, and she's now 10 years older, her dad said. So I really appreciate you sending me those photos, Aid. Thank you so much. And of course, we're now going to make our way back over to pedals, and we're going to do a couple of trails that I absolutely love, Countdown and Launchpad, and that's where several people started to leave us. And of course, if you want to stick around, I'm going to show you my favourite loop of the Forest of Dean. Luckily for me, Bosie, her sister Cara, and also Joe stayed with me so that I could take them around my favourite parts of the Forest of Dean, single track leading into Cashbox, including Adit and some other interesting trails, and finishing off on Verderers. Oh, this has been such a magnificent, beautiful and brilliant day, my friends.
Pedal to do a bit of countdown with Church of Dirt. Nice little blue trail towards the end of the day. Haven't done this one for a little bit actually. Nice and gentle. Oh, somebody's already got Strava lines. Lushness. Oh, yeah, you can see the pebbles have built up a little bit. It gets like that at weekends with all the riders because it's such a popular set of trails. And then this is what I love to do, keep my tyres on the ground and just pump the rollers to get the speed, especially when you've got an EMTB and you can lose it on this section. Pumping the rollers is really, oh, I love practicing it, especially when you get these doubles. You can really get the speed back up again. Not that we're trying to be fast in any way. Cheeky bit of air, and then I always rein it in on this corner. There's something about this corner that always gets me a little bit nervous, maybe, shall we say. Oh. Rolly, rolly, rolly. Oh, lovely. Such an awesome trail. Foot in the pedals. Foot in the pedals. Still no. Yes, okay. Oh. It's such fierce rollers. So fierce. Church of Dirt train. Yeah, it's got quite pebbly, that's what I was saying. It does get, it gets a bit cheeky. Yeah. Lovely. And I always rein it in here because there's normally brake bumps and it gets a bit cheeky, but yeah, you can, it doesn't matter because you get a lot of speed coming out of here. Just pump. Awesome sauce. And this is, so I forgot the last time I rode this trail. It's just so much fun, so lush, and of course a lot of respect because obviously I had a bit of a big whoopsie-daisy here on new bike day.
I was so happy that Joe, Bosie and Cara wanted to join me on my favourite loop at the back of the Forest of Dean, including single track and Cashbox. I'm hoping to do a longer video on this because it is my favourite part of the Forest of Dean. It's around the back of the forest, and as I was taking them around I took them to some of the parts that I absolutely love and adore, and tried to give them an idea as just to how much the Forest of Dean actually has to offer, which hopefully a lot of people that day took away, and that's why hopefully they're going to come back for more. We're going to go around at it here in some of the more intimate parts of the forest, and I call them intimate because you get really personal with the trees, and it's brilliant for bike body separation and manoeuvring the bike at slow speeds. And then of course we're going to go through Supercross, one of my absolute favourite trails, including the bomb hole at the end, which absolutely everyone loves. And then we're going to finish off by taking them on a lovely bimble along the fire road and over to do the second and third descents of Verderers to finish the day. Bosie actually told me that it was actually the longest XC ride that she's ever done, and she had a fantastic time, as she called it, plodding along. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I wanted to make sure that everyone had fun, everyone had a good time, and everyone enjoyed themselves. And what a fantastic and special day it was.
All right, well, if you want to go behind me then, but I'm going to take it nice and gentle anyway. So just following Carrie and Bosie as I get my helmet in place, which it is not because my ear is caught up. A little bit of Verderers to finish off the day, another blue, always finish off on blue, cheeky not to. Bosie and Carrie shredding it already. Awesome sauce. Oh, that's got quite dirty with a lot of gravel, hasn't it? Cheekiness. Yeah, baby. Well, I've got my feet in the pedals this time, but my ear is folded up inside my lid. You just can't make this up, can you? Right. Oh, that is quite loose. I knew I was going to take that on the underside. That is quite gravelly. I don't know if they're going to go on straight down. I have got to get my ear unfolded. Oh yes, we have success. Awesome. Now if you follow the ladies, if you follow me if you want, the ladies are going to follow Verderers all the way down. If you would like, I can take you on the red split that's a bit more natural and quite cheeky. So if you want to stick with me, I'll slow down at the top anyway before we descend again. My foot in the pedal, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Awesome sauce. Carrie and Bosie giving it large. Awesome. Yeah, that was a kicker that was there once before. That was a lot of fun, but it's been taken away. Sad face emoji. This bit's always a bit pedally through here anyway. Rolly roll. So I'm hopefully going to take Joe. Bosie and Carrie are going to go all the way down Verderers. I'm hopefully going to get Joe to follow me down the little red split on Verderers, which will be quite cool. We were just here a few weeks ago with Dean Trail Volunteers and getting in preparation for the opening of Free Miners. This entire trail was swept from top to bottom. Lots of the trails have been swept from top to bottom, constantly looked after. Right, so if you want to stay tight on me, I'm not going to go fast, but I'm going to get you to see the red splits right. You'll see it splits right. It's a much more natural trail. I think you'll really like it. Oh, it's getting a bit chewed up around here already, isn't it? Make sure Joe's behind me to show her the split. Yep, she's here. And just drop in here. This cheeky little section. It's got quite gravelly in here by the looks of things as well, actually. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? Yeah, I think we need a little bit TLC in here, to be completely honest. Yeah, this bit's okay, but back there it was a bit wishy-washy, I think. Oh, I'll have to have a chat about that on Wednesday with DTV. Just make sure Joe's with me. You all right, Joe?
I'm often seeing people doing it.
Ah, cool. Awesome. It's been brilliant because Joe's trying to piece a lot of this place together. Hiya. You're right. Joe's trying to piece a lot of this place together because she's done a lot with Katie Curd coaching, because my coach is Sam, and it's been brilliant because I've shown Bosie new parts of the forest she didn't know were existed, and now bringing this together and showing Joe has been awesome. You all right?
Yeah,
you okay?
Yeah, just resting.
All right, cool. I've had a lie down here many a time. Awesome. As long as they're okay, that is all that matters in the world. Awesome sauce.
Thank you so much to Bosie and your sister Cara, Jason, you absolute muppet, and Joe for sticking around to go ahead and do that lovely loop I showed them, parts of my favourite trails around the back of the Forest of Dean, with yet so much more that I can show them and so much more that I have yet to discover. A massive shout out to Darren for putting this post up and having such a fantastic response, not just because of his personality, because he is a lovely person, but I think the geographical location of the Forest of Dean helped, and the XC ride loop that was mentioned. Thank you, Darren, for organising that and helping organise the trail ride itself. And to my MTB soul friend Tom, who's picked me up figuratively and literally off the ground so many times, thanking him for taking people down the trails when I asked him to lead so that I could help manage the middle of the group, and also then jumping in to take up the back part of the trail ride so that he could make sure no one was left behind and everyone had a great time. What an epic time it's been. Thank you so much for staying with me, and I cannot believe what a fantastic time I've had. Well, how do you join a group ride and have so much fun like we did? And non-technically wise, you can go to your local bike shop. Here's mine in Monmouthshire, where I got my bike from. You can go to your bike shop and I absolutely promise you they'll know people and groups you can join to go out on group rides. You could also go to your local bike park, and this is where we had our event today at Pedal a Bike Away or Canop Cycle Centre. Go to there, speak to the forestry rangers or anyone at the bike shop or bike hire, and they will be able to help you find a group. You could even join Facebook. Even if you haven't got an account, you could create an account. I mean, JJ's MTB Diaries, you know, I'm just using that as an example. You could use your first initials. Find groups like Church of Dirt, where these groups actively have these events that you can join, and like so many people did today, experience and explore new parts of the forest and locations they've never gone to. Social media helps as well. This guy here, Kev from Absolute MTB, organises group rides all over the southwest, including group rides for families. He's a really nice chap, and I've had some fantastic times riding with them. Social media again, you could go on TikTok or Instagram and you can look at these groups and see where they post these events to join them. And the most important thing is, however you do it, I hope you can join a group ride so you can have a fantastic time like I myself had, even though I was leading and, as I mentioned, a little bit nervous, so that you can have a fantastic time meeting wonderful like-minded people. And that's the thing, isn't it? Meeting like-minded people like yourself who want to get out on the bike, who want to go for a ride. And yes, of course, these XC rides are a lot of fun, and I know people want to progress, and that progression may lead to more technical trails. We do slightly more technical trails. We're going to Smilog this weekend, and that does have some more technical, or one might say spicier features. And of course, Darren and I are probably going to get lost once again. The most important takeaway I hope you can find from this video today is that by joining a group ride, yes, it proves that group rides equals progression, and group rides equals more fun. And that progression, as I've said, doesn't mean you've actually learnt any more skills, but it's the progression to meet like-minded people, explore a new part of the forest you never knew existed, and just have a really good time. I'm so happy you've joined me to the end of this video. This was a long one and it was an important message I wanted to share with you. How to join a group ride, what is involved in a group ride, and the way that people are looked after when you go on a group ride so that you can have the most fun, the most enjoyment, and that absolutely no one is left behind. My friends, I really appreciate your support, your kind words, and all the advice you've given me. Most of all, thank you for allowing me to join group rides and also organise them. I'm absolutely humbled at this wonderful journey I've been on so far. I'm really excited about the continued growth of these group rides with Churchill on XC cross-country group rides, and I hope you can join us on one of them coming up. Thank you so much for all you've done for me, my friends, and until next time, I wish you now and always many, many happy trails.